Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have a Bachelor recap, Week 2, Joey season. Going to dive into it right now. Follow me on Instagram for stand-up show updates. This Thursday, I've got a show in Nashville, Tennessee. You can go check that out. And also Bachelor Rush Hour, the afternoon episode. We've got all of your content morning and afternoon for you on the podcast platform only. If you haven't already, go check that out. All right, let's dive right into it. I take notes, read them back to you. No edits, no jump cuts. Jesse Palmer. This is the Jesse Palmer Show. I'm officially declaring the Bachelor leads just the best friend of Jesse Palmer. It's Jesse Palmer gets to try new things. And hey, guys, I'm all for it. That's fine. When you have a once-in-a-generation star like Jesse Palmer, you go with it. They found him in Canada, but hey, these Canadians are clearly doing it out there, as we'll see with Maria. All right, so anyway, let's jump into the notes. We start off with the typical wedding scene. Jesse shows up looking like James Bond. Careful, ladies, he's taken. And then it's a fight for who will be the bride. A fantastic group date. Yeah, they're all kind of spilling onto each other. It's a mess. Oh my gosh, no weight-bearing sort of bases on these wedding dress holders. This could have been ugly. The special first dance goes to whomever goes all out. It's a big old melee, expecting plenty of grass stains. Before we even saw this, we knew it would be a rough one. And of course, they do musical chairs. And it gets ugly. There it is, folks. Oh my gosh. Geez. The amount of vertical leaps happening here. She's almost like a high jumping, to be quite honest, how she goes for it. Hey, when opportunity knocks, jump over a table. They break glasses. Evelyn takes a dive over the table. Impressive. When it's time to look at resumes for roses, how can you not look at Evelyn right here? Look. Anything that can conjure up a response like that, for me, deserves a rose. All right, Maria pulls. There's Maria on the left here. She's like, but I thought, she got the, one seat there. She's like, I'm the Greek one. We're supposed to be breaking plates, but Evelyn says, no, I'm going to sit on a plate and maybe a face. We'll have to see how the night goes. Maria pulls Joey aside. No surprises there. She brings a unique mix of Canada and Greek. Surprised Evelyn. Didn't get that quick one-on-one right after, but hey, Maria, she jumps at opportunities. Lauren, one of the twins, cries because she's in a wedding dress and the fact her dad isn't there to see her. Look, I understand. These wedding dresses can really make people act a certain way. Here we are, another smooch there. Taylor loses her shit with her veil, throws it off. Very angry for a 23-year-old. I don't think I've got a clip of that. No, we don't. It's like, look, come on. Taylor, just, very upset, of course, but it's like you're 23. You're still on your parents' health insurance. You probably haven't had to pay off your student loan debt yet. Just live a good life. You know what I mean? What do you have to be upset about? Anyway, just relax. Have a microdose edible. First dance winner goes to Rachel, who had a really sweet toast to all of Joey's exes. She's like, here's to all your exes. And they're like, boom. And hey, you got to have a pretty sweet personality to pull that off. And she does that, just that. Grammy winner Michael Bolton performs. They always get these no-names with songs I've never heard before. Who is this guy? I've never seen this guy before. Come on. Find me somebody I know. Kidding. By the way, Rachel definitely made the most of her moment. They kissed. She's an ICU nurse, and she took Joey's breath away. Put him on a ventilator. He can't breathe. Joey says Maria has something about her that makes Joey excited. Rachel says she can't breathe in her dress, so she's slipping into something more comfortable. No, excuse me. Maria can't breathe in her dress, and she's slipping into something more comfortable. I don't even think we have Maria there. We didn't get it. But either way, she leaves her dress to show off her abs. Look, I get it. You're young. You're in your late 20s. Enjoy those abs while they last. But let me tell you something. A couple fettuccine Alfredos at Olive Garden, you're going to be touring Italy and trying to, find some quiet time to do some crunches. But it's too little, too late. Trust me. She returns to the girls less dressed. Again, that's Maria, not her. Rachel is so sweet. She said, Maria's doing things I wouldn't do. How kind. Jess says she lost herself in her past relationship right here, and there was lots of infidelity. And then Joey's like, you mean he cheated, right? Joey's like, I just want to make sure you weren't the cheater. She gets the pity rose. She gets the group date rose, of course. Daisy gets her first one-on-one date here. Here's Daisy there, flying high in the death spiraling helicopter. Can't catch me in one of those. Always special. She says she's just excited to be with Joey. Her excitement, coupled with the fact she's probably bored out of her mind in the mansion without her cell phone for a few days. I mean, look, at this point, it's day 2, day 3. This is where they start to get a little kooky. Of course, producers sent her to a loud festival. Why didn't she get the quiet library date? We'll never know. Either way, Joey tells Daisy he has a big surprise. And I'm like, is it Mr. Beast curing hearing issues? No, it's a performance of Bahamas, which is Michael Bolton's son's band. They got a 2-for-1. No, I don't know who the Bahamas are. But hey, they sound fantastic. Good for them. Joey and Daisy do a first date on the stage. There's a sea of people. A sea of people in the audience that truly don't care, right? The red light hits them when they smooch. And then the evening portion begins. Yeah, I don't think the audience is like, who's that? Who are they? And who are the Bahamas? We're here for the free tickets to the festival. They don't know what's going on. All right, so then the evening portion of the date begins. Daisy tells Joey there's things about him he should know, that she was in a music video once. That's just a joke. But if you did listen to last night's early live stream, you'll understand the reference there. When she was 17, she realized she couldn't hear well and that she had Lyme disease and had treatment in Germany for 30 days. As you guys know, my wife had Lyme disease. There's 2 types of people. People that know something about Lyme disease and understand how serious it is, and people that don't have Lyme disease that think it's a hoax. Trust me, it's the real deal. It's a wicked, wicked illness, or a set of illnesses that can hit you. So anyway, good for her on the recovery. It is a long road. I would love to know what she did in Germany for 30 days. That would have been way easier than what my wife had to go through. Joey says he didn't see it because he was too busy looking into her eyes. That's being the implant. Group date with shirtless Joey. All right, let's go to shirtless Joey, the thing y'all have been waiting for. You animals out there. He's a man. Don't objectify him, but golly, does he look good. Flip a tire or two. I hope, this should be a meme of Joey flipping condoms in the fantasy suite. Like, get in there. Let's go. We're going to do some CrossFit. Demi and Jubilee show up, and man, do I have a soft spot for Demi. Shout out to Demi. Jubilee, too. They both battled tons of adversity. We just love Demi. Sort of a capture the flag style game they play. I don't really understand. I don't know what's going on. My guess is it was supposed to be more like paintball guns, but they didn't want to do, I don't know, the thing where people are shooting each other. Whatever it takes to win, says Demi, and it's an intense multicolor battle. Some folks hit the desert ground hard. Jubilee says one person will join Joey for the evening, and they're running. I don't understand. I mean, yeah, it's like the only goal was to capture the flag, and nobody's guarding the flag, the heart, whatever the hell you want to call it. Edwina got the one-on-one time with Joey. Everyone is bummed, and she's like, so there they are, and there's the trophy right there. They look very nice in their colors, very tie-dye. I wonder if I'll save those outfits there. You could wear that to Coachella. That looks like a very nice smattering. So Edwina got the one-on-one time with Joey. Everyone is bummed. She's like, I don't think I should be sad for sure. And then she gets emotional with Joey, talking about how it's tough coming into the States and raising her younger siblings and all that. Absolutely touching story. She says Joey's going to be her husband. And I'm like, get it. That's the confidence you need. And then we have Medina. Let's see if we can. There she is. Emotional because she's 31 and doesn't have time to waste, which I understand that urgency. But she says, I wish I did not say that out loud. I understand the urgency, but also whenever you say I'm this age, I have no, whenever you say something publicly like, oh, it sucks being so old. Anyone who's older than you is now like, oh, thanks a lot. I've learned this on stage. I've seen this before where like you'll see like a comedian be like, I'm 26 and I'm old now. And it's like, well, 80% of the audience is older than you and they all hate you now. That's the one thing people can unite on is older people hate younger people because younger people don't realize that they are younger and they waste their youth. That's how it works. Hey, maybe I'll look back at this and be like, oh, the good old days of being 38 and young. But right now I'm like, I've got, icy hot on my back because I pulled a muscle. So we're only going to be where we're at. Maria says, own it. Good for Maria. Maria's 29. So she's 2 years. Maria's like, I don't feel old, but in 2 years I will. So next day they start beefing. There's a random, Edwina got the rose, right? Was this the same date or did I have this shuffled up? Either way, it doesn't matter. We move it on. Next day they start beefing. The old broads all yapping at each other. These cranky 29-year-olds. You know how they get. We're kidding, folks. Sydney says Maria was talking trash and says she thinks Joey needs to know. And everyone's like, Joey doesn't need to know. This isn't a Joey needs to know thing. It was an absolute nothing burger. Lexi does a portrait of Joey, museum worthy. She's a catch. There's Lexi, who I believe might be the next Bachelorette. Just my guess. Me again, no, of course no one knows, but I have, cute girl, straight down the middle, brunette. That's what they want, right? Meanwhile, Maria says she doesn't want to make drama a thing. It truly is so stupid. And then the producers are like, you don't get to choose if you make drama a thing. She wants to nip it in the bud. That absolutely isn't going to happen. No nipping in the buds, if you ask me. Maria says she isn't upset with Medina because she's being told things. Her issue is with the snitch, which I totally get. Good for Maria for knowing that it's not Medina's fault. She's just getting faulty information. She's a pawn, as it were. So Sydney admits she wasn't even part of the convo. She thought it was condescending and the tone was off, but didn't even hear it. This is this overly offensive, producer-driven type of thing that, happens early season. It's not interesting, but more interesting stuff will come. But I'll tell you right now, Sydney is not going to be the villain for the whole season. She's just the useful idiot in the moment. It's the only thing keeping her around. You know what I mean? You play their game, you stay around. If you don't, you leave. Maria crushes a convo with Sydney, says Medina is a hot and beautiful person. She says this convo is crazy, a little nuts. Sydney and Maria cheers, which in my eyes means the beef is over. We can move on. And then cut to Sydney saying Maria is annoying. Okay, they solved it. It's not going away. And then we have a sister freaking out, which we love. Here's a sister freak out. Sits down with Joey, says she's going home. She goes full Philly, go home, swing by a Wawa, grab an Oogie. Their cake finally arrives. It's red velvet, or so we thought. In fact, the inside wasn't red velvet. She was lied to. She ditched it. And then she says the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. She says to Joey, maybe I'll see you at Hometowns, which, by the way, I showed this on the after show live stream last night. Maybe I'll see you at Hometowns, I think is the funniest line. And I think if you wore that on a t-shirt at the bar as a single person, it would generate so much chatter. I think that would be so funny. Prove me wrong. Be a single person. Go. Look, I even built a shirt for you right here. Here it is. Maybe I'll see you at Hometowns. Wear that out there and see if the right guy with the right sense of humor doesn't come talking to you, or vice versa. If you're a lady who wears that and the guy's like, I wish I could talk to that beautiful girl over there, but I just don't have an in. And then your buddy's like, oh, she's got a Bachelor shirt on. She must be fans of Dave Neal. Okay. And the next thing you know, you get married, you have kids, maybe you stream my live streams while you procreate. I don't know what you're going to do, but either way, I appreciate all of the patronage. Buy it or don't, link in the comment section. I'm probably only going to sell it for the week. Last and final offer. So anyway, that was self-sabotaging 101 by her. Of course, she knew she wasn't, she had it in her intuition. It wasn't working out and she got out of there. So then we have no rose for Taylor, Erica, and Marlena. That's the episode, folks. That's what we got. Let me know what you think. Was it a fantastic record-breaking? No, it wasn't, but it had Michael Bolton. And if Michael Bolton's in it, it can't be that bad. Will we have a super romantic season? Maybe. Will there be unbelievable drama? I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a Shanae-like villain. I don't know if there's going to be a Victoria or Corinne or Demi. I don't know if we're going to have that. But either way, I'll be here to call it out if we see it. And join me on Patreon. I'll be there at noon Central Time. I got a lot of other content coming up. And don't forget, best way to support us is subscribe to the podcast. It is now twice daily, and we need your support right there. It really helps out independent podcast networks or communities like mine who don't have the big influencers pushing our show. So I appreciate you. I'll be there with all of your entertainment news this afternoon, and I already did it this morning, so you can go listen to that right now. We'll be back right after this.